Hey everyone, Ebba here, two crafty seniors. Today we're going to do an unboxing. I know, amazing. We're going to do something that's not whining about our life. Anyway, so we went end of May into the beginning of June, sometime in that period of time. We went to Goodwill, and I've been promising to do the unboxing on that one forever. And then we got into the whole eye business and the motorhome troubles and all that stuff. So here it is. This is the Goodwill unboxing, and it's very short because there wasn't a lot. We didn't buy a huge amount, but it is some things you maybe get to know us a little bit better. I don't know. People do seem to like our unboxings, so here we go. So Gary bought books. Um, Usually when we go into any of these thrift stores, books is a thing that either one or the other of us or both of us will pick up because we really enjoy books. And we have varied tastes, so we enjoy a variety of books. Gary has been into reading Lee Child books for a while. He really enjoys the writing. If any of you know, this is Jack Reacher stories. So if you watch, I think Amazon now has Jack Reacher as a series. But Lee Child is the author of the books, and the books are always better than the movies. So he bought only one Lee Child book that time, because that was the only one he could find. This one is Daniel Silva, and it is called The Order. It's another mystery spy type of thing, I think. Yeah. He really enjoyed it because all the way through, while he was reading it, he was telling me bits and pieces of it, so it was really enjoyable. And then he bought a photographer's book, a digital photographer's book that he saw there. Gary and I both did photography at times in our life, and we both actually had opportunities to teach photography. His was different teaching than mine was, but it was a lot of fun. I think Gary had as much fun with his as I had with mine. But we have different experience in photography, but we both really enjoy photography. Gary actually takes more photos than I do these days. I haven't actually taken a lot of photos for a few years. It's just I don't have a digital camera. Mine is a Pentax from years ago, and the film and things like that has gotten very, very expensive to try and buy. Where it used to be, a few bucks for a roll of film, and you could go out and enjoy yourself taking a few photos. It's not that anymore. Now you have to pay a lot of money to get the film, and I prefer film. Gary enjoys the digital. I don't think he's got a film camera, do you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you do?
I got a Pentax.
Oh, yeah, okay. A Pentax?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
My dad's.
Oh, yes, he's got his dad's camera. An older Pentax than what I have. But anyway, so he bought this digital photographer's handbook. Has learned a few things out of it. Every book you buy in a particular topic doesn't necessarily, that particular book won't teach you everything. But you pick a little bit out of this one, a little bit out of that one, a little bit out of that one, and you expand your horizon, your learning by a lot. If you only take one or two books, then you're not going to have the opportunity to learn as much as you can about any subject. And then I bought a book, and I buy this book every time I see it. It's called Embraced by the Light. This lady had a near-death experience after mine, actually, and she wrote a book about hers. I never even wrote mine down, but the experience was, her experience in heaven was very similar to mine. Now, a lot of people would say, "Oh, well, because you read the book, it's a memory." No, I didn't read the book. I read the book years after mine. Her experience was actually 2 years after mine. And she wrote the book and it wasn't published until 1992. My experience was in 1971, early 1971. I was only 20 years old, and it was I wouldn't say life changing, but it was certainly life enhancing, um, and very much something that you don't forget. And in those days, you didn't dare talk about it because you would have been put in an insane asylum for it. So those were the books we bought. I'm just going to kind of set them to the side because I'm going to be bringing stuff over. Now, I don't know if I can show this bracelet good enough on the camera, but this is a beautiful bracelet that I bought. Put it on my wrist so you can see the size of it. It's got a really interesting shape to it. It kind of weaves down over your wrist and down. It's almost a chevron look on either side, but then the sides go up. So it's not bothering your wrist like if you put it this way. When you moved, it might bother you, hit you. But this way it doesn't, like when you get it on properly. And I saw it in the store and I thought that is beautiful. It's vintage. When you're looking for something, if you're looking for vintage jewelry, it's weight that you're going to know it's vintage, because jewelry that was made in the 70s and even into the early 80s, the 60s, the 50s, and before is jewelry that's made out of metal. You're not going to find plastic jewelry. Some was made in the 70s. It was starting to be made in the 70s. But anything prior to like mid 1970s to late 1970s, prior to that, is going to have weight to it, and it's good metal. And it's not necessarily, this is an elastic one, but it's elastic in groups. Like if you look, there's a section of it, but the sections all have to be put in the right order, or the bracelet won't look right. It'll have a completely different look to it, which is something that you can do. I mean, I've actually done it. You cut the elastic, restring it, but string it in a different order, and you have a completely different look to the bracelet. Anyway, yeah, so that was one I bought. That'll be going up for sale at some point when I get to that point. I'm not pushing myself anymore. I was trying to push and make myself do things, and I can't do that anymore. So this will be going up for sale. If anyone's interested, contact us by email. We do have an email. You can find it on our channel page, the email there. And just contact by email, and I will get back to you. I check the emails there because we don't get a lot of emails there. I usually check them about once a week. If we start getting more emails, I'll check it more often. But at this point, it doesn't make sense for me to worry about a place where there's not even very much in the advertising world. So that was the bracelet. Now this box was one I saw, and I often will pick up boxes if they're a reasonable price. By reasonable, I mean a couple bucks. If they're like $6 or $8, it's not worth it to me, because I'm picking them up to put things into that I've bought that's a collectible. It's going to go in this box, and this box will become part of the deal. So I don't want to be paying too much for a box, because you really aren't charging for the box. You've got to charge for the collectible. The box is a gift, basically. So this box I thought was really nice. It's in very good condition, inside and out. You can see the lid doesn't have any edges on it. It's got a bit of a saddle look to it on the top. It actually has a bit of a bend in the middle, and it's supposed to, because the edges of the dish itself, the bowl itself part, match it. Like it fits perfectly. It's not all wobbly or anything. It's supposed to be like that. So yeah, so that was a really good deal. Now I have something sitting over there. I just have to get it. Sorry about that. It was just a little too big to have on the table with everything else. Yeah, so this is my crock pot. Now, there's a story behind this, as there is with lots of things I own. This crock pot is identical to one that we had in storage. Somewhere, when we went into storage, we thought that this would be going along with us. And this was in our old motorhome. We got into the motorhome and realized no, because our generator wouldn't handle it. It was a generator like a portable, pardon me, portable style that sat on the back of our motorhome, and it wouldn't run the crock pot, and that was okay, you know. So we put it in storage, but we didn't have the box, so it went in storage just like this. And at some point, when things were being shuffled around in storage or whatever, the green part, the dish part, which it's taped in, but the dish part got broken, and so it got thrown away. So all I had was this, which is useless without a dish. And I said, I want another one, and I like this size. It's a perfect size for the two of us to make a roast in, or a chicken, or even a small turkey, one of those turkey rolls. Anything like that can go into this and be roasted in it, well, cooked in it as you can cook in a crock pot. And it's very easy to clean because this part comes out, it just goes in the sink and cleans up. And it, like I say, it's a good size, but if you want to make a nice chili or a nice stew, it's also a good size for that because you have leftovers and they can go in your freezer, or next day. So anyway, so I wanted one and I've been watching for one, and finally here it is, like years later, since the other one got broken. I finally got it. And I didn't really pay a huge amount for it, $15, which, I mean, the original new one probably cost about the same. But, you know, life is life. But yeah, so it was apparently tested, so, you know, it apparently works. And if it doesn't, I've got the base. It was the dish I was interested in. It's not broken. So we do have a base in storage. I think we kept the base. Yeah, Gary nodded his head. So anyway, that's it for that shopping trip. That was what we bought at the Goodwill.
Goodwill.
Yeah, in Calgary. There's not one in Lethbridge. So we will upload this once we get it kind of put together, and you'll have a different kind of video, more like what we normally do. And we're going to try and move into more doing the types of videos that we would normally do. I'm going to try and get some crafting videos done. I've got a couple of ideas that are just percolating right now, and I want to get at them and make a couple of good card type crafts. Not really cards, but or journal type crafts. They're different, and I will be starting to do that in a couple of days. So you take care of yourselves, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.